Former President Donald Trump has once again captivated the nation with his captivating campaign rhetoric, promising a return to a golden age if he is re-elected in 2024. This vision of renewed prosperity and national strength resonates deeply with his supporters, who yearn for a return to what they perceive as a more secure and prosperous era. The phrase golden age evokes a sense of nostalgia, hearkening back to a time of American dominance on the world stage and a thriving economy that benefited all citizens. Trump's promise hinges on the idea that he can replicate the perceived successes of his first term, during which he claims to have ushered in an era of unprecedented economic growth and restored America's standing in the world. He points to the pre-pandemic economy, with its record-low unemployment rates, as evidence of his ability to deliver on his economic promises. Furthermore, he argues that his tough stance on trade and immigration, along with his assertive foreign policy, made America respected globally. However, the reality of achieving this golden age is far more complex than the picture painted by Trump's campaign slogans. The United States in 2025 faces a myriad of challenges, both domestic and international, that will require nuanced and pragmatic solutions. The deep political divisions within the country, the ongoing economic uncertainties, and the volatile geopolitical landscape pose significant obstacles to realizing this ambitious vision. The question remains, can Trump truly deliver on his promise of a golden age, or is it merely a seductive but ultimately unattainable campaign pledge? To answer this, we must delve into the key challenges facing the nation and assess the feasibility of Trump's proposed solutions. Perhaps the most formidable obstacle to achieving a golden age is the pervasive sense of division that grips the nation. The political climate remains highly polarized, with deep ideological rifts separating Americans on a range of issues, from social policies to the role of government. This polarization, exacerbated by social media echo chambers and partisan news outlets, makes it increasingly difficult to find common ground and build consensus on critical issues. Trump's own rhetoric and governing style during his first term often served to inflame these divisions rather than heal them. His tendency to resort to personal attacks, his dismissal of dissenting voices, and his unwavering focus on his base, even at the expense of alienating others, contributed to the current climate of distrust and animosity. Bridging this divide is essential for any leader hoping to unite the country and move it forward. It requires a commitment to civil discourse, a willingness to listen to and engage with opposing viewpoints, and a genuine desire to find common ground. Whether Trump, with his history of divisive rhetoric and actions, is capable of fostering such an environment remains to be seen. The promise of economic prosperity is a cornerstone of Trump's golden age vision. However, the economic landscape in 2025 is far from stable. While the pre-pandemic economy saw record-low unemployment rates, the COVID-19 pandemic and its aftermath have had a profound impact, exposing underlying vulnerabilities and exacerbating existing inequalities. The pandemic led to widespread job losses, business closures, and economic uncertainty. While the economy has shown signs of recovery, challenges remain, including supply chain disruptions, inflation, and the looming threat of a recession. Additionally, income inequality continues to widen, with the gap between the wealthy and the rest of Americans growing ever larger. Addressing these economic challenges requires a multifaceted approach that goes beyond tax cuts and deregulation, Trump's preferred economic tools. It necessitates investments in infrastructure, education, and job training programs to create a more resilient and equitable economy. Furthermore, tackling the climate crisis is not only an environmental imperative, but also an economic one, as the costs of inaction continue to mount. The world in 2025 is characterized by increasing geopolitical instability and uncertainty. The rules-based international order, which the United States played a pivotal role in establishing after World War II, is facing unprecedented challenges from rising powers like China and Russia. These nations are increasingly assertive on the world stage, challenging American dominance and seeking to reshape the global order to suit their interests. Trump's America First foreign policy, characterized by unilateralism, protectionism, and a disdain for multilateral institutions, has further strained relationships with traditional allies while emboldening adversaries. His withdrawal from international agreements, such as the Paris Climate Accord and the Iran nuclear deal, has damaged America's credibility and leadership on the world stage. Navigating this complex and volatile global landscape requires a nuanced and pragmatic approach that prioritizes diplomacy, multilateral cooperation, and strategic engagement. It demands a president who understands the intricacies of international relations and possesses the temperament and skill to navigate complex negotiations and build consensus among allies.